Yo, I just finished the live action One Piece and I've got a lot to say. Yo, what's good? It's a boy DudeViews and I just finished the live action One Piece show. I'll do a spoiler-free review for people who haven't seen it and then I'll go into some spoilers. But given my spoiler-free review, go watch it. It's pretty damn amazing. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely fantastic. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. It's absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe it. I'm actually really impressed with it and I'm honestly shocked by how invested I was throughout. These were long episodes, like literally clocking in near an hour long for most of the episodes, and I wasn't even bored for a second. I was just glued to the screen the entire time, mates. Like the entire time. They did a great job just capturing the spirit of Oda's One Piece. Just awesome. Okay, now that you've heard my spoiler-free review, go watch it and come back to this review because we're going to talk about the stuff from this show and just this show alone. So spoilers for episodes 1 to 8 of the Netflix One Piece, you have been warned. And let's just talk about the good. I think a lot of the performances were really phenomenal, particularly Emily Rude's performance as Nami and all the child actors like Luffy, Usopp, Sanji and Nami. All the kid performances were surprisingly amazing. But let's talk about Emily Rude as Nami. When you first watch the show, she does come off quite almost moody in a way. Like she doesn't quite have the spark she did in the main anime in the first 2 episodes, but as it goes on and as we go towards the Arlong Park, her acting really shines through. Like the scene where she's talking to Luffy about Zoro and why he didn't stop him, and just that whole interaction was just intense, and just everything with Arlong. I think she was born for this role, mates. Like, oh my gosh, this is the Nami I remembered from the show. Just the raw emotion when she's just using the knife and getting rid of the tattoo, and just her telling Luffy to help her, and just everything about this character was just so well done. I had some hesitation. I was a little bit worried in the first episode, but she proved me wrong and she's done a phenomenal job, and I really liked her as Nami. I think she definitely had the most intense scene with her stabbing her arm. I think second is definitely Sanji and Zeph's backstory arc, and let's talk about that. Oh my gosh, like that entire backstory was so faithful to the manga and the anime. I was pretty heartbroken just watching this little boy starving and seeing Zeph and just everything about that. The child actor of Sanji, my gosh. One thing I didn't expect was for Sanji to be played by a British actor. I kind of like it. I think it works. I won't lie, it threw me off at first, but now I kind of like it. I think it suits his personality, you know, and how the majority of the Zeph pirates are all British. I think my favorite arc that was adapted in this anime live action was definitely the Syrup Village arc. I like how they changed it a little bit. Now Kaya has more of a role to play, and I like her and Nami's interactions and their little bonding and getting to know Kaya more, and Nami telling Kaya, you know, you're your own independent woman. You shouldn't let any dude tell you what to do or not to do what you want to do. I liked how creepy Captain Kuro was as well. Like it felt like I was watching some sort of episode of Stranger Things with how creepy he was lurking in the shadows, and how dark Kaya's mansion was as well. When watching the anime, I always had a feeling that Kaya and Usopp may or may not be a thing, and I kind of shipped them, but they pretty much not only teased it with Nami and Kaya's interaction, but they flipping go ahead and snog at the end of the arc. I was like, whoa. I won't lie, it was pretty satisfying. Usopp did everything in his power to protect Kaya, and he deserved it. I love the child actor of Luffy as well. He had that spunk and personality that baby Luffy had even in the anime, and he definitely captured Inak Kagudi's version of Luffy, and let's talk about him as well. He is just a ball of sunshine. He is just a joy to watch on screen. Literally from the moment I first saw him in the first trailer, I liked the guy. I really loved this version of Luffy. He's a slightly older, slightly more mature version of the Luffy we know in the anime, yet he still has his little quirks and traits that make him Monkey D. Luffy. What makes him mature is that he actually starts understanding that his actions could lead to some serious consequences, like when he let Zoro fight Hawkeye and Nami was not pleased with that, and her telling Luffy why didn't he stop him, and Luffy being like he wanted him to follow his path and dream, but I think Luffy felt some sort of regret. Maybe a part of him wanted to help him but he didn't know what to do, and I liked seeing Luffy in this vulnerable moment, him dealing and understanding people, and I like how Luffy stayed to hear about Nami's backstory unlike the anime. Just little moments of that. It was good, man. It was good, mate. And even Luffy's brotherly bond with Kobe. Like, I know they did have a bond in the anime, but Kobe's barely in the anime in this era of One Piece, the early like seasons of One Piece, but I was really surprised that they incorporated Kobe a lot in these episodes and his bond and brotherly relationship with Luffy. It was nice, dude. Vincent Regan as Vice Admiral Garp, holy moly, that performance is wildly different to the anime version. I mean, a Scottish dude, and just that toughness that he brings. Garp in the anime is this sort of big friendly bear. Mess with him and he will bite you, but respect him and he is just a softie. In this version, he's so intimidating and so ruthless, yet he still has that heart and warmth to him. I think I prefer this version of Garp, in my opinion. I kind of like it. And I love him and Luffy's bond and their fight towards the final episode. It was really nice, dude. Garp in the show is always shown to just want Luffy to be a Navy Admiral, and it's not until very, very later on in the anime where he starts to accept Luffy for who he is as a pirate. But I also like how this show shows us how much he loves Luffy. He treats him like his own son, even though Luffy is his grandson. Like, that's his boy. He raised him pretty much. And he doesn't want Luffy to become like Gold Roger, who died after obtaining everything that the world had to offer. It's nice, dude. It's really nice. Buggy the Clown was also a really entertaining character. Jeff Ward's portrayal of Buggy the Clown definitely gave me Jim Carrey vibes of Count Olaf. Sometimes he's shown to be really goofy and silly, and sometimes he's shown to be really intimidating and scary. What this show does so well is it really dives into the emotions and what these characters want in life and the conflict of going after what they want and how sometimes dreams don't always come true. I might do a ranking video on the top moments that really got a huge emotional kick out of me, but overall this show was amazing. But let's talk about the mixed aspect of the show. Some of the changes from the anime to live action, some of it was good and some of it was a bit like, huh? I did like the change of excluding Don Krieg from this arc and just focusing more on Arlong. That was a good choice. But then you have the changes like the civilians in Cocoa Village not knowing that Nami was betraying them just to save them. I liked the version in the anime where they all knew that Nami was working with Arlong and they had to pretend to hate her. That was nice and it really felt satisfying when she found out. But seeing her sister get angry at her and the villagers, it just made me feel like, are these guys really that dumb? Do they not realize that this 10-year-old girl is being manipulated? Like, can they not see? Something is definitely going on behind the scenes. I don't know, the people just felt very close-minded. I was kind of disappointed in them, but I'm guessing just the trauma of what Arlong did to them. I don't know, I'm just mixed on that. I wasn't a fan of that change. That's really it in terms of the mixed aspect. In terms of the negatives, I don't really have anything negative to say. I do wish they played the One Piece theme song. They played the Bink song in the first episode, but I wish we had a moment where we had the theme song. That's kind of all I have to say for the negatives, because this show was an amazing watch, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. It was phenomenal and I really enjoyed my time. I wasn't really bored with it. Pacing was a bit iffy here and there, particularly towards the Arlong Park, but it wasn't too bad. I did like it. I enjoyed my time with this show, and honestly, bring on season 2. I'm ready for the Grand Line arc. I want to see Alabasta all in live action. Give it to me, mate. I will give this show a 9 out of 10 and an A. The only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because I think Buggy overstayed his welcome a bit in the show, and that Nami arc had some pacing issues, as well as me not really liking the whole idea of the village thinking that Nami truly betrayed them. That wasn't a good look on them, but it is what it is. I feel like everyone involved in it were trying to do Oda justice and to try and be as faithful to the original manga and anime as they could, and I appreciate it. But I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this live action of One Piece. Did you like the show? Did you hate it? What were your favorite moments and least favorite moments? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the view signing out.